In Chapter 2, you'll learn where all the options, tools, panels, and libraries exist in the interface. As you'll learn, there are many ways to access features and complete actions in Photoshop. Familiarize yourself, and it'll make the rest of our modules a piece of cake. If you don't already have Photoshop open, launch the application and create a blank document, and we'll get started.
Welcome to the interface of Adobe Photoshop. Now that you've created your new document, we're going to show you around your workspace. Right now, our workspace is set to the default, which is Essentials. In the top right-hand corner, this is where you can switch your workspace view. Photoshop has different workspace options based on what you're trying to accomplish. Notice that there's 3D, graphic and web, motion, painting, and photography. So if I change it to painting, you'll see that the panels changed based on a painting workflow. Same goes for photography. There are also options to create and save your own custom workspaces. We may switch workspaces in future modules, but for now, just know that this menu exists over here. Within your workspace, you've got all the tools and panels that will help you start creating artwork and projects in Photoshop. Panels help you monitor or modify your work. You'll notice that we have a Layers, Libraries, Colors, and Adjustments panel open. These are the default panels for the Essentials workspace. You can add any panel by selecting it from the Window menu. You can open up whatever you need to start working on your project. So let's go ahead and open up some windows, and I'll show you how you can drag them around. So watch how if you grab the panel, you can hover it over here, and you'll see blue lines guiding where they'll be when you drop them. You can add them to this collapse panel area. You can add them over here next to the color or the adjustments panel, and just move them however you want in the best workflow for you. You can also expand and collapse panels by clicking here. Also, you can always reset your workspace up here if you've made too many changes. Let's say that we really like this configuration. Well, we can save it. You go up to the workspace switcher up here and click New Workspace. Go ahead and give it a name, whatever you'd like, and then click Save. Now you'll be able to revisit this exact configuration again and again. Next, let's talk about this top menu now. On Macs, you'll see them up here in the top toolbar. On PCs, it will actually be at the top of the application window right here. The main menu organizes commands in individual menus. From here, you can create new files just like you did in the last chapter. You can save your file, arrange your layers, and what we just did is open up panels through the Window menu. The document window right here displays the file that you're working on, so you'll see the new document that we created exists here. And it's blank because we haven't added anything to it. The Tools panel on the left-hand side contains tools for creating and editing images, artwork, and so on. Notice how related tools are actually grouped together. If you click on the tools with tiny triangles in the corner, this means there are more tools underneath it. To see the full list, click and hold, and it will show you the other related tools. We'll cover the purpose of each tool once we start creating and playing in Photoshop in modules 3 through 7. When you have a tool selected, you'll notice that the options bar up here changes. When I click on the Type tool, you'll now see that the options allow me to select the font, size, alignment, and more. If I change my tool to the brush, I can now select the brush style and size in the options bar, and so on. Each tool will have their own unique options. Now that you've got the lay of the land, you can also configure application preferences for Photoshop. For Macs, this exists under Adobe Photoshop CC, Preferences, General. For a PC, it's under Edit, Preferences. There are a lot of settings that you can change here, but we'll just cover interface and file handling. Feel free to explore on your own. Under Interface, you can change the color theme depending on what you like and what's easiest on the eyes. It defaults to this dark gray, but feel free to change it to whatever you'd like. Under File Handling, there are settings to automatically save your document periodically so you don't lose work. It's a good setting to have on. And that's all we'll cover for now. Now that you've got a grasp on the interface, let's show you how to start navigating and working within your document window. Continue on to Chapter 3.